now we should have sound. Yes, now we have sound. Ah, please, can you confirm that we have sound now? Hello, my lovely butterflies. Yes, there was another update of the system. I should be used to it now that I have to check if the sound is still connected after there's been an update. Hello, my lovely butterflies. How are you? How are you doing? How is your day today? How has your week been? Let me know in comment. I want to know how you're doing because I'm super happy to reconnect with you here today. Hello, Abby. Hello, Linda. Hello, Lotta. Hello, Trude. Oh, all good. And lots of flowers from Linda. I love that. Thank you so much for the little flowers. They're always super welcome. Yes, I'm very excited to reconnect with you here today. I have a fun little demo ready for you. Today it's a little tag, but it's a technique that is very fun to do in an art channel. But because of trying time and stuff like that, I'm trying to keep it small and short and quick so that you still get something to see and something to use in your art journal. All good for everyone. Back to work on Monday for Trude. Trude, I'm feeling for you. I'm sending you all the good vibes, and to make sure that you have all the inspiration and courage necessary to go back to work on Monday. Tomorrow evening with the members, we are hanging out. The new calendar for August is up on the forum. It's on the Caterpillar part of the forum so that you have access to everything that you need, all the links and everything. They're all up there ready for you to go. And of course, I have my little jar of names so that we can pick a new winner of the one-on-one. So I already did the one with Trude, I already did the one with Abby. We had a very great moment together. It was very, very interesting to spend time like that one-on-one, chatting away, because that is what the ladies wanted to do. Like I said, you get what you want. If you want to create together, we create together. If you want to talk, we just talk. It was very, very interesting. It was eye-opening. Thank you, Abby. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. Oh, my. I'm whew, off my feet now. Let's get back to the layer a day. Let's get to something that I know where we're heading with. So we are on week 30. Oh, it was amazing. So insightful. Thank you, Truth. Thank you so much, ladies. Wow. Amazing butterflies to hang out with. So we are on week 30 of this A Layer a Day challenge. This one will run from today. It's still July today, July 20th until August 6th. So it is a new theme. We are heading off with a new theme. And again, I don't think that this is one that we've done in the 4 previous years, at least not so thoroughly as we're going to do it now. It is something that we are all concerned by. Each and every one of us, we are concerned by it. And I just realized that my microphone might be just a tad bit far. Let's see, like you don't get it in your face. Okay, that should be better for you as well. Yeah, how did that happen? Where did July go? I have no idea because July went like shoo and it was gone. But August, it's a theme that we are all, each and every one, no one is not touched by that theme. I mean, I know we've had themes happening where you were like, does this even concern me? This one, I guarantee you, I can even say that it concerns every living being. And I'm not limiting this to humans and animals. All living being needed, and it is food. We are all concerned by food. So I thought, well, August, it's well, at least here, it's the season of barbecues and strawberries in the gardens. The past couple of days we had rhubarb spread on our sandwiches because that is what we make of our rhubarb that is growing in the garden. how do you call those in English? Oh my, I should have looked it up. It's like all those little red berries, small little balls. They're pretty sour. Um, I mean, oh gosh, it's the season of the food. Of the yummy food, red currants. Thank you. No, it's not raspberry, it's red currants. Oh, raspberries. Fabrice just made a whole batch of raspberry syrup. Well, it's like a very thick syrup again to put on the sandwiches. So yes, that is where we're at. And the first food that we're going to look at is the one that we probably most of us have a complicated relation with. Yeah, it is pretty something that we are attracted to. And it makes me think of that. It makes me think of that little child that I saw tasting its very first piece of chocolate. And he was like, so of course we had to go with sweet. Everything and anything sweet. Of course, we have to go with sweet first. Because all things sweet are like complicated, right? I mean, so many of us have a complicated relationship with sweet, and then others don't. And that makes it so interesting to, when you have that complicated relationship, to look at those other people that don't have that complicated relationship with sweet. So, addiction, yes, addiction with sugar. I totally understand it, Abby. Addiction with sugar, with chocolate, with everything sweet. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to see where this challenge is going to take you. And please, don't use this challenge as an excuse to eat more of it. I am declining all responsibility here. Don't use me as an excuse. I'm not allowing it. As if I have something to say in your household. But yeah. So, sweet is the first taste within the food quarter that we're going with. But of course, we're going to visit a whole bunch of things. And don't worry, it's gonna get complicated and interesting, because we're not gonna do like all the tastes and then that's it. Of course not. You know me. You know that I need to make it more interesting than that. Now, if you're thinking that, "Oh, I don't feel like making a spread about eating sweet stuff or not eating sweet stuff, or a complicated relationship with eating sweet stuff," well, if that is not your thing, you can still take the word sweet for like the second degree meaning of it, like a sweet relationship, a sweet word, um, a sweet memory, whatever sweet thing it is you want to include in your art journal. It's your journal. It's supposed to make you happy, not me. So you do you, you make you happy, and you make a spread about something that makes your heart sing. Now, I'm gonna flip the camera because I'm gonna pull the name of the person who wins the one-on-one of July, the Allaire a Day one-on-one, and we will get to spend time together. Here we go. All the names are there. Now let's try to, because they're a little bit like all in one another. There we go. And I'm looking at the screen so you can see my face. So I'm not looking at the name that I'm picking, and I'm going to pick this one. Oh my God, Trude, you already won last month. So I think you will agree if I say let's pick a second name. I'm sure that Trude will be completely okay with it, as she is already a member. We are already spending quite some time together. So let's try this again. And I'm going like, please don't be Trude again. Not that I don't want it to be Trude again. Peggy! Peggy wins the one-on-one of July, and I'm looking forward to spend some time together, either creating or talking, chatting away about anything and everything art journaling related, and see where that takes us. So Peggy, well done you. Now I need to see what it is you're seeing. Here we go, because I have, like I said, a little demo ready for you. Now, the first thing that I need has disappeared. It's over here. Here we go. So I'm gonna start with this, and I'm going to start with some water. So like I said, it's a very quick little thing. Well, there is some drying time involved, unfortunately. You cannot make an omelette without breaking the eggs, right? Like so. Let's intensify this. So I'm using Lindy's spray ink, and this one is the Red Hot Poker Orange. It's one of my favorite colors because rust. As you know, I love rust. I could live with rust everywhere. Now let's quickly heat set this, and I'm not dabbing too much away, just a little bit to create some variations here. Did I mention drying time? Yeah, I think I did. So there we go. Oh, thank you, Trude, for being 200% behind me, for giving someone else the opportunity. That is, I knew you would say that. I mean, the sweet person that you are could not say anything else. I know you well enough to know that. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There's like this nice glitter on top of that rusty, yummy color. I'm gonna play around a little bit with water just to create some more variations here. Like so. So I get questions about my water bottles because these are glass. They're actually empty deodorant bottles from Weleda, which makes my water smell nicely on top of being very handy. There we go. Now we have some nice things going on this paper. Like so. And that is dry enough for me. Now, I'm not going to leave it just like this. First, I'm going to add some stamping. Let's put this on the side for 1 second. I'm going to need it again later on. I took out a couple of stamps, and the first one that I want to use is this one because I just want to use this big number. And for anyone who's wondering, this one, this number is friendship related. So it has to do with a very dear friend of mine. And my camera just made a strange noise. Let's see if it's still following. Yes, I think it is. Big numbers, yes. We need big numbers. You know what? I'm gonna put this back underneath because I want to stamp on the edge as well. And I don't want to stamp on the table because I don't want to spend half an hour cleaning the table. And just adding some of this here. Now this is of course just background, so I don't need to be very precise or thorough. That's enough. There we go. Making sure that this is dry so that it doesn't move with my next step. And yes, I'm trying to be quick here because the end result is the most interesting. Which set was that again? I don't have that one. That is this one. It's the FPO15. So it's the one with the big rose. I'm gonna use this one later on as well. These little numbers on the side. So I took out soft gloss gel from Finn because I also have some Tengucho paper here. Shocking. It's not shocking, Abby. It's totally okay. So this is Tengucho paper. So it's the exact same material that they make tea bags from. And the big difference with tissue paper is that it has no glue side on it. So you know that tissue paper has this semi-opaque effect to it because it has this glue side on it to make it stronger. But this one is already strong by itself. And I'm going to apply this all over just to add a little bit of interest and texture and everything all at once. And I'm going to glue it down with the soft matte gel. So just up, 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 up. And I'm being pretty quick because I don't want the spray underneath to move too much before I get to stick this down. And I don't need it to be like flat, flat. I do want a little bit of interest to it. And then pressing it all back in. Woo, not ripping, not ripping. I know it's strong, but let's not exaggerate. And the glue that I'm applying on top is to make sure that all these things stay nicely flat for my next step. Because I do need a surface. It can have like a little bit of texture on it, but I also need it to be like flat enough. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in trouble later on. Just a bit more here. And there we go. Ah, yes, you need to play with the Tenkucho paper. It's not interesting to just keep it in the drawers. Again, let's very quickly heat set this. Let's not let it stick to the table. That is not the most interesting thing on the table. Now, I could cut this with scissors, but that would take just a little bit too much time. So again, I'm going to cheat. Taking out a ruler. I'm going to fold this in two because there's still some glue on there that might not be completely dry. And now I can just very quickly rip this, and on top of being irregular, it's gonna add some interest to that little tag by not having like too straight of an edge. By the way, I saw today that we are less than 100 people away from 40,000 subscribers on my main YouTube channel. I guess that calls for a party, doesn't it? So I was thinking a live YouTube party on the main channel this time. But let's turn this around. I need that edge to be like flush on the table. There we go. Look at that. Party, count me in. Okay, this is no longer sticky because I need that for the next step, which is going to be, oh, where is it? I forgot to take it out. That is not smart of me. There we go. Embossing powder. So this is the Lindy's embossing powder, and it has like this funky name, this black color. What's it called? Dawn Black. And I also took out a piece of paper to put underneath. So the first thing that I'm going to do with my embossing powder is just to trace some circles, because tag or art journal or whatever, I need circles with chocolate. We need a party with chocolate. Okay. Well, maybe I can do like a special orders for the store. Get your piece of chocolate included in your celebratory order. So I'm tracing with an embossing pen, just a couple of circles here and there. Let's do something like this here. So now I have a variety of sizes of circles, and then I can even add with this stamp set, which is the FP008. I want to add this one because this one also has splatters to it so that it looks like less regular. So again, embossing ink, this time as a pad. And let's not do that on this because I need that not to be sticky. One at the base, one at the top, and now let's emboss this. Where's the lid? Here's the lid. Party pack of mixed media goods with chocolate. Well, I'll have to think fast as I just took out, oh, here it is, the embossing powder. I'll have to think fast to get all of that organized then. Let's just sprinkle it. I cannot even see where the embossing powder is anymore. So I'm just doing it a little bit here and there, and we'll see where it is. Oh, there it is. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I need a paintbrush to fluff off all the extra that is still sticking to the paper. I can have a little bit of extra, but it's black, right? So when it's gonna melt, it's gonna cover up all the yumminess that I have underneath, and I don't want that. So I don't mind a little bit of sprinkling here and there extra than what I had in mind, but not too much. If it was another color and maybe a little bit more translucent, I might be okay with it, but this black thing is pretty covering. There we go. Living dangerously, doing this live in front of a camera. This is usually where everything goes kablooey. I mean, that would be 2 types of sweets. Exactly. The powder is far away, so I can now melt this on top of my little tag. Which is not a tag yet, I know. I still need to turn this into a tag. Oh, it's starting to melt. I don't know if the camera is seeing it, but it's starting to melt. Ooh, now I'm out of the light. Oh my god, I didn't realize that I was out of the light. Okay, let's put it back down. Come on, powder. Show your best side. Scrumptious embossing powder just melting away. Isn't that like satisfying? Something that you could look at for a longer time than needed? Well, I could because I'm sitting close. Yes. Now that's enough for the background. It's time to actually start doing something as a foreground. And to do that, I prepped another little stamp, which is this one. And I'm gonna live very dangerously because I'm going to use this one as my focal point image. And again, I'm gonna do it with embossing powder. So this is FP027. It's one from the last collection. And this is where you might think, that's a dangerous thing to do because that's a big surface, and where you don't have any embossing powder, it won't look nicely black, but we can cheat with that. And I mean, it's so easy to cheat. You just take a black pen. Hello, Wendy. Welcome, welcome. There's no such thing as late. You're here. Yes, once you go black, it's all pretty, isn't it? Well, I think that this embossing pad has had better times. And it started to be time to consider a new one. But like I said, we can cheat with a black marker. No problem here, especially that I have that texture here. But let's see. I have no idea where the bird is. Let's just emboss it. Yes, tomorrow we're hanging out. So tomorrow is a 15+ hangout for the Chrysalis members. Or is it the, yeah, no, tomorrow it's Chrysalis members. It's still the one from July. I did schedule the live journal with me for the Caterpillar members, which are the €5 members. That's in, I think it's in 2 weeks from now. So I sometimes get questions like who's hanging out when. So all the live journals with me, which is once a month, is always on a Sunday. And then the other hangouts for the 15+ members, I don't know the dates by heart. I really don't know the dates by heart. Those are always alternating between Sunday and Monday. So 1 week it's on Sunday and 1 week it's on Monday. Ah, hello little bird. Don't you look scrumptious? So I'm making sure that he is completely and nicely melted because of all that texture that I have underneath. Not that when I go in and touch it, that half of the powder goes whoosh. So I do have one little opening. I don't know if you can see it in here. So I'm just going to take a black pen. I'm going to let it cool down for a second because this is hot. And if I go in with my pen now, it's not going to appreciate it. But what I can do now is go in with, and I think you are not expecting this, I'm going in with Distress Oxide because what I want to do is just very lightly play with the texture that I have in my Tengucho paper. Now this will take quite a moment to dry because the oxides, well, they don't really appreciate to be used like this, but they look so good when used like this that we don't care, we just do it, right? And because the paper is still warm, it's gonna help dry the ink faster. Go. So whatever is on the embossing powder, I'm going to wipe it off because that is not going to stay there. That will never dry actually. That is not what oxide inks are made for. But this will allow me to really highlight some areas. There we go. Yes, texture with oxides. Now my finger is nicely blue. And if I go with a cloth, I don't even need to make it wet over the embossing powder. I can just lift the oxide and bring the black back. Ooh, that was a hard thing to say. Okay, say it fast 3 times in a row. Bring the black back. I'm not gonna say it fast, you do it at home. This is your challenge. There we go. And I can even, if I do a little bit of this and then I spray a little bit of water, boom, boom, and then a bit of a paintbrush, not that one, that one, like so. And again, this is going to take like forever to dry, so I need to let this sit, because if I try to do anything with it now, it's just gonna move, but I can leave it to dry. Just some flecks here and there. There we go. Let's wipe this off before I put my elbow in it, because I know myself and I will at some point put my elbow in it, right? I'm just gonna take some a blending tool like this, and I'm just gonna do it with my archival ink as I have it on my table. I could do it with Distress ink, but why bother using another ink if I can use that one. And now I need to be careful not to put my hands in the wet ink that's on there, and just accentuate the edges a little bit. Don't put your fingers in the wet ink. Yes, I have to talk to myself like that, otherwise it's gonna go kablooey. There you go. All it needs is a little word. Well, for me, you know me, I like to add a little word. And if I really want to make it look like a tag, I can cut off the corners. I can add a little circle in the middle and add a little string to it. I will do all of that, and then I will post it on my social media so that you can have a look at how I would finish this one. The only thing that I still want to do is add that black in here, so that you don't see that gapping opening in the bird. Like so, and now my bird is completely black. That's it. That's all I had for you today. A little bit of Tangucho paper, and you get something completely different than without the Tangucho paper. So, the new challenge, the new A Layer a Day. Let me flip the camera so that I can look at you as I'm saying goodbye. The new A Layer a Day is all about sweet, whatever you want that to mean, whether it's actually about the food or about a memory, a thought, a word that you would like to journal about. I'm looking forward to see all your spreads on the forum. If you're one of my members, I'll see you tomorrow, hanging out together and journaling together. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Don't forget to put down a layer a day in a mindful way. Butterfly kisses.